The electric vehicle industry has seen countless miracle announcements over the years, but few have generated as much shock as Donut Labs' bold declaration. According to the company, it has already achieved what global giants have chased for decades: true mass production of an all-solid-state battery. Not a laboratory sample, not a concept cell, not a prototype for demonstration. A production-ready battery supposedly available right now. That claim alone would be historic. But the specifications they presented pushed the story from ambitious to almost unbelievable. Donut Lab says its battery delivers 400 watt-hours per kilogram, can charge in just 5 minutes, lasts up to 100,000 cycles, survives for a century, and does all of this without using lithium. On paper, that combination would rewrite the future of transportation. It would eliminate range anxiety, slash charging times to near gasoline refueling levels, and dramatically reduce reliance on critical minerals. If true, it would be one of the most important energy breakthroughs in modern history. To understand why the industry reacted with skepticism, you have to understand energy density. In battery science, energy density is king. It determines how far a vehicle can travel, how heavy the pack must be, and how competitive the product becomes. Companies fight for incremental improvements, measured in single-digit percentages. When Donut Lab announced 400 watt-hours per kilogram as a baseline, it was not claiming a small step forward. It was claiming a leap far beyond current commercial leaders. For context, Tesla's 4680 cells typically reach roughly 244 to 272 watt-hours per kilogram. High-performance, nickel-rich NCM batteries hover near 250. Lithium iron phosphate, which makes up a large share of global production, sits closer to 160 to 170. These numbers represent the outcome of decades of optimization by companies employing thousands of engineers. Moving from 250 to 260 is a major achievement. Jumping to 400 without lithium challenges fundamental electrochemical constraints. Lithium is not used by accident. It is the lightest metal and offers the highest electrochemical potential among practical options. Removing lithium generally means turning to heavier elements such as sodium, zinc, magnesium, or aluminum. Those materials can be cheaper and more abundant, but they historically deliver lower energy density. Exceeding lithium performance by nearly 100% with a heavier alternative would require a radical, well-documented breakthrough in material science. No such peer-reviewed discovery has surfaced. There is also the trade-off triangle of batteries. Increase energy density, and you often reduce cycle life. Enable ultra-fast charging, and you risk overheating or forming dendrites, tiny metallic structures that can pierce separators and cause failure. Extend cycle life dramatically, and you may sacrifice power output or cost efficiency. Donut Lab claims to have solved all three simultaneously: extremely high energy density, 5-minute charging, and a 100,000 cycle lifespan. In isolation, any one of these achievements would be revolutionary. Combined, they stretch credibility. The reaction from established manufacturers was unusually direct. Executives from CATL, the world's largest battery producer, publicly dismissed the claims as unrealistic. Large corporations rarely respond to small startups because doing so amplifies attention. Yet in this case, the gap between Donut Lab's specifications and the known limits of non-lithium chemistry was so wide that silence risked misleading investors and customers. The doubts intensified at CES 2026. Promotional materials showcased elegant animations of clay-like materials and futuristic printing processes. But on the exhibition floor, observers noted the absence of a working cell under live demonstration. Instead of powering a motor or charging in real time, the display featured empty casings and printed models. For a company claiming production readiness, the lack of operational proof raised immediate concerns. Beyond the physics, the company's structure added to the skepticism. Major breakthroughs in battery science typically require large, multidisciplinary teams. Companies like Panasonic, LG Energy Solution, and Samsung SDI employ thousands of electrochemists, material scientists, and manufacturing specialists. Donut Lab, according to public records, operated with fewer than a dozen employees. Only one reportedly had a background directly tied to battery engineering. The remainder focused on branding, marketing, and management. That imbalance does not automatically disqualify innovation, but it does raise questions about depth of technical capability. Attention naturally turned to CEO Marco Lettimacchi. Before entering the battery spotlight, his career spanned media projects, software ventures, and creative industries. Entrepreneurial diversity can be an asset, but observers pointed to a pattern of bold technological announcements that faded without independent validation. Months prior to the battery reveal, he had promoted a separate project described as artificial superintelligence surpassing major tech firms. That initiative did not produce published research or verifiable demonstrations. Critics argue the same promotional intensity now surrounds the battery narrative. Central to the controversy is chemistry. Most solid-state battery developers proudly disclose whether they use sulfide, oxide, or polymer electrolytes. Donut Lab has refused to reveal even the chemical family of its material, beyond stating it contains no lithium. Protecting trade secrets is normal. Refusing to identify the foundational chemistry while promising century-long durability is unusual. In science, reproducibility and transparency are essential. Without at least a chemical framework, independent experts cannot evaluate plausibility. The company argues secrecy is necessary to preserve a first-mover advantage. However, transformative chemical breakthroughs are typically protected through patents. Patent law requires public disclosure in exchange for legal protection. If the technology were fully realized and defensible, a strong patent portfolio would be expected. The absence of detailed patent-backed disclosures fuels speculation that the chemistry may not yet withstand scrutiny. Manufacturing claims add another layer. Donut Lab describes a clay-like material that can be printed rather than assembled through traditional slurry coating and liquid electrolyte filling. Additive manufacturing of battery materials is an active research area, but scaling it for automotive volumes remains a formidable challenge. Solid-state systems require near-perfect interfacial contact between electrolyte and electrode. Even microscopic voids can degrade performance or trigger failure. Achieving that consistency at scale demands advanced facilities, controlled environments, and rigorous quality control. Yet there are no publicly verified images of a gigafactory, no confirmed Tier 1 manufacturing partnerships, and no third-party validation of high-volume output. In the battery world, moving from a laboratory cell to reliable mass production is known as the Valley of Death. Many startups with billions in funding have struggled for years to cross it. Claiming to have bypassed it entirely with a tiny team strains industrial logic.